I am a CNC machinist here at Mackay Manufacturing. CNC stands for Computer Numeric Control. Basically, we tell the machine what to do based on CAD software. So we'll write a program, create a virtual part in the computer, and then through that we can post it into language that the machine then can take and read. And through that, we hit go and watch what happens. Back in high school, I had metal shop all through all 4 years of high school. My metal shop teacher said, you know what, we're taking a tour. We took a tour here to Mackay, and ever since I've been fascinated with the transport machines, the CNC machines, the manual machines, anything mechanical I was so impressed with. And through that, it really got me kind of fired up for, you know, machining in general. I mean, it's fun. In order to get my my degree, I was looking around. I found several places, but some of the colleges were too expensive. So I went to Spokane Community College in their CNC machinist course. They were offering their newest CNC and manual machining class or course. And I thought, man, I got to get in there. So as soon as I found out, I put my name on that list, and within 30 days got on. So out of 30 kids, it was cool. It was really cool. Through the school, 3 weeks before graduation, ended up getting hired here. So that was probably the best day ever. Attention to detail, huge. If you have anything that's really tiny, go to a microscope. You know, and some of those things you can hardly see. So attention to detail is a great one. Being respectful of other people's time, you know, like, hey, I've got this, I gotta focus on this, let me get this done first, come right back to it. A great sense of leadership. Oh my gosh, leadership is huge. It's whether or not you're willing to take that extra step. For me, growth is huge. You know, I love learning. This stuff is so cool, and I enjoy coming to work and working on it. That's another big key one. To see myself here at Mackay is an understatement, because I see a huge future in this company. They respect us, you know, and we are a team, you know, and that's kind of how it plays out, or at least in my life I've seen. A machinist plays a huge part in everyday items, and whether or not those kids want to do that, make things, even just for fun, I'd say go for it. You want to make something, you like working with your hands, then hey, machining is right for you. Geometry, trigonometry, those are huge. I use them every day. So trig is definitely a huge part. Now there are formulas, and you can always go back, as long as you know where those are, you can always search for those. But it takes kind of a basic understanding of what it is that you're trying to do. Some of our parts that we make go to surgical tools, and that to me is very rewarding. Knowing that something I made could end up potentially saving someone's life. That to me is huge. It matters. A day like today, I would be running around at least trying to figure out what it is my priority is for that day. Once I have an idea, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. Once those are done, then I move on to the next setup. And I can work on jobs. I can work on getting parts set up for the next operator or the next shift coming in. So it differs. And if they need to, if we're slowed down on that side, they'll put me in finishing. I can help out wherever. So if they need something else, somewhere else in another department, they'll say, hey, Derek, do you want to do that? Sure, right on. I'm always willing to do that. I used to think that the machines would run on their own. Now that is partially true, but we tell them where to go based on our programs. I don't know about you, but just sticking my head inside one of the doors, it's some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen. You've got lots of horsepower in that spindle. You've got a massive amount of torque on the part. I mean, just the ability to make something that actually functions after it's done is a huge reward. Not only that, but it's stuff that I could take home. kind of a stereotype that kind of goes along with machining is that we're not very clean, very disorganized, clutter everywhere. No, that's just not the case, especially here at Mackay. We've implemented 5S and the I guess standardized system that allows me to walk up to any workstation and find my tool that I'm looking for. You know, tables are wiped down clean. After every time being used, tools are put back where they belong. Have shadow boards. Some people think, oh well, you know, it's very dusty, very dirty. No, not the case. In fact, some of the coolant in the machines that we use, it's not dirty. It's water based. You know, a lot of the dust that we have gets sucked up. Here's another one, very loud. Not the case, especially here at Mackay. I know that they've prided themselves in yes, you still need to wear ear protection. However, it's not to the point where it's still damaging your ears.